Hello and welcome to this edition of Minstrels on the Block, where we bring you the finest singer-songwriters in the Valley area. This week's special guest is Mr. Matt Thompson, a man who we have finally gotten on the show. Matt, good to have you on the show. How are you doing?
Oh, not too bad.
That's good. Tell me about yourself. Where were you born?
I was born in LaGrange, Georgia, and grew up in Pine Mountain.
Oh, cool. Tell me about your experiences between 0 to 1.
Sorry.
So what'd your parents do?
My dad worked on heating, air conditioning, stuff like that, and my mom works at like Dillard's now. So,
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So, you're a fantastic musician. Were your parents musical at all?
Not even slightly.
Not even slightly.
No. I listened to a lot of music growing up with them, but neither of them played anything.
Well, now tell me about what you did listen to when you were growing up. So
Okay. Oh, good Lord. A lot of stuff. Hanging out with my dad is really diverse. So, I don't know, Parliament, the Funkadelics, Rob Zombie, Queen.
Nice.
Kind of ran the gamut of like odd music growing up.
What was your favorite? What sticks out most in your mind?
Probably Queen, to be honest. We listened to that a lot. Like working on his motorcycle and stuff in the barn. Listened to that a ton growing up.
So what sparked an interest for you
Oh, Lord.
in music?
Not entirely sure. Like, I started playing violin in 3rd grade and played that through 8th. And then I wanted to be cool, so I started playing guitar when I got to 8th grade and just kind of been doing that ever since.
I'm sure there's something about chicks in there somewhere.
That was the ultimate goal, I guess. Yeah, like at that age, girls don't want to sit around and listen to you screech on a violin. That changes at a certain age, so
Yeah, suddenly they want violin.
I think it would have been wiser to stick with that one.
Do you still play violin?
Oh, God. I still have it. I probably haven't played much in like 10 years. Yeah, I was pretty good at it. Like, I was a first violin, and yeah, I played a lot of classical music. The only one I remember how to play is Turkey in the Straw, though, which is kind of depressing. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the difference between a violin and a guitar. Now, you know, I play a guitar. Mm-hmm. I do not play a violin. And I've seen people play violins. Mm-hmm. So what's the differences?
There's just a lot more muscle memory involved, like just lack of frets, you know? So you have to know exactly where your fingers are being placed at a given time, and you can't exactly stare at it because it's like way over here. So, yeah, a lot more practice involved with that one.
Wow. You know, how long were you playing, like, when you went to guitar? Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about your education of learning guitar.
I bought a poster
Nice.
from Walmart with chords on it, and that's kind of the extent of it. I tried to take lessons once, but it was annoying, so I stopped. So, yeah, I was pretty much self-taught.
Wow.
So, yeah, 10, 11 years now, so, yeah, just kind of try to figure stuff out.
Now tell me about having sat there, stared at the poster, and played for a while. Mm-hmm. What point did you decide I can slap words to this?
Well, I started trying to do that when I only knew one chord, I think.
Hey, Bob Dylan did it with one chord, right, Rusty?
Yeah, but, I don't know. I wanted to from the beginning, but, you know, the whole being able to play and sing at the same time thing took a while. That took a few years. Yeah.
I remember that can be surprisingly tricky.
Yeah.
When you're first starting to play guitar.
Yeah, it's annoying. It's not fun to learn to do.
So now, how did it go from you wanting to write words to the music to actually writing your first song?
How did it go to that?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, tell me about your first song.
Oh, God. Dude, I don't remember my first song. I was probably like 14. I'm sure it was terrible. I don't really remember. There was a long period of me writing really terrible music, like in high school especially. I was in a band. That was when like Screamo and all that was really popular, and we were really trying to fit in, and it just didn't work. It was really bad.
Well, how about your first song that you considered a success?
Oh, God.
And what was it about?
Oh, that's actually kind of a difficult topic. I I don't know, I don't tend to write about small things. I go for kind of like a macro level like approach thing. So it's kind of like broad, sweeping sort of topics. But yeah, I'm really not sure.
Okay, so what do you write about today? And has your music, how has your writing style and subject changed from when you first wrote your first successful song to what you do now?
Well, like most people, start off writing about girls, and I don't know, like as you get older and you kind of evolve in your thoughts, I don't know, it was kind of like a journal almost. It was just kind of a way of, I try to encompass more of a mood with what I'm doing, more so than like a narrative.
Right.
So that's what I'm trying to do now. Is just try to get a overall like feel to what I'm doing, trying to convey like the the more like basal emotion of it, more so than like an exact story. I feel it's easier to relate to, kind of. So that's kind of what I go for.
And that's good because, you know, it's like where some people want we've heard it referred to as conversational, where it's just like straightforward, no metaphor, no nothing, just straight, as opposed to like what you're talking about, where it's a little more vague. I believe that more people can relate to it that way.
Yeah, that's the ultimate goal. I don't know how well it's been conveyed, but that's what I'm trying to do. So
now tell me about the first time you ever played out.
Ooh, what was that? Well, we used to do like I grew up like LaGrange, Pine Mountain area, so there weren't a lot of like venues, and so basically it was Battle of the Bands was like the only time you could play a show, normally in like churches or something like that. So yeah, just what was the first one? Yeah, we played a Battle of the Bands at like New Community Church, I believe, in LaGrange, and we won, which was neat. Got $100. I think that's the most I've ever been paid for a show.
Wow.
It was like the first show I played when I was like 15. But yeah, I've done a few shows since then, especially with that band. Played in the Masquerade in Atlanta one time.
Wow, that's cool.
That was fun. Yeah, kind of peaked at 17 as far as music is concerned. But, yeah, I've taken a break from playing in public here for a while, but trying to get back into it a little bit.
Right. Now, tell me a little bit about how, like, and not like over the years, has what you listened to changed, like Queen and all the ones that you used to listen to? Do you still listen to a lot of the stuff that you used to, or?
Well, I mean, for like nostalgia purposes, and I do still love like all those bands actually, but I mean these days, I don't know, Modest Mouse, Bon Iver, TV on the radio kind of stuff. Yeah, it's changed a lot, and it's definitely changed the way I played. Like I went through like, especially like the whole like overarching feel mood kind of thing. Like I used to listen to a lot of like shoegaze and stuff like that when I was around the end of high school, and that's typically the purpose of that kind of music is to like kind of pick you up and put you in a different spot, like mentally, and so that was a very large influence on what I'm trying to do.
Very cool. And before we go to one of your songs, the most important question of the show on any given show, and this is the one that rattles cages and you know creates political movements and revolutions. Elvis or the Beatles?
Oh God. Beatles.
Beatles. Well, that's cool because last week was Elvis.
Okay, I'm glad to balance it out.
Excellent. Matt Thompson, let's check out one of his songs. We'll be right back after this.
This song's called Where'd You Go?
Let me pose this argument for the sake of your own betterment. Raised you from the muddy ground by growing seeds of discontent. And I have forced you in the mold of man who never could grow old. Now I'm wondering why you've grown so dim. just like them. So we'll dissect and subdivide until it can't be recognized. Feverishly pinning ranks on things that can't be quantified. Just to realize too late that you've already made your fate. Doubt breeds inaction, breeds some mundane. Yeah. So what's your problem? Where'd you go? 'Cause you're taking too long. Answers you should know. Between an empty head and empty person, empty bed, with no way to segregate what you may need or have been fed. So where's your God and where's your bones, and to what ideals can you hold? What worth will you choose to weigh your name? Yeah. So what's your problem? Where'd you go? 'Cause you're taking too long.
Hello and welcome back to this edition of Minstrels on the Block, special guest Matt Thompson. So Matt, tell me a little bit about leading up to and what you've got going on now.
Oh, going on now. Mainly I'm just I've been doing some open mics around town. I played a show at Fountain City recently. I don't know, I've just been like recording stuff with friends mainly, just trying to get like some solid tracks down. I've got a couple shows lined up for the next few months.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, it's weird. Things have just been kind of falling into my lap lately. It's been kind of handy.
Excellent.
I didn't put too much effort into it.
Tell me a little bit about your recording sessions.
It's been in my living room. My friend Jeremy he has got a brand new Mac, and so we've been playing with all of his software and like GarageBand and Logic and all that fun stuff. So yeah, it's mainly just been us trying to figure out the software as much as trying to get the song recorded.
Yeah.
But no, it's been really fun. I haven't actually had a chance to record anything in a long time, so it's been nice.
Now you said that you had taken a break from music for a while, and that you're trying to get back into it. Was there a particular reason that you stepped out?
Oh, school.
Oh, school.
I'm a biology major, and that requires a lot of time. Like bio major plus full-time job doesn't really leave a whole lot of room for many hobbies.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of hobbies on top of that, so it's just, I don't know, that one kind of took a back seat for a few years. But yeah, I got bored, so I'm trying to play music some more.
So let's bring the audience a little bit into Matt Thompson's world. What are some of your hobbies?
Oh God, so many different things. I draw, I paint. I used to be an art major before I was biology. I'm actually building a forge right now. I want to get into blacksmithing.
Really?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, just stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
What goes into blacksmithing? Just not something that most people would go to my blacksmithing job.
I'm still in the get to it process right now. So I'm still trying to build the forge. So I don't know. My dad did it growing up. We had a forge. I grew up on a farm, so we had lots of weird stuff like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I've got his old anvil and stuff. I'm gonna try to learn how to do
Oh,
it.
that's awesome. So you had like the whole farm experience.
Oh yeah, there were goats and chickens and anvils and tractors, all sorts of fun things. It was.
There's a software right there. Goats, chickens, and anvils. Awesome. So now today, let's just say you're going to go home after the shoot and write a song. Okay. What do you write about today, as opposed to like you built up, you write? like basically from emotion rather than conversationally.
Yeah.
What's your muse these days?
Oh Lord, that's actually a difficult question. I don't really know, to be honest. It's just overarching experience, whatever just kind of strikes me, whatever mood I'm in. Like I just try to, I don't know, just record it down so I can remember it.
All right.
So, I'm not sure.
So looking off into the wild blue yonder, where would you like, everybody says, what's your 5-year goal? What's your 10-year goal? I've honestly never really had any. But where would you like to see yourself in 5 years, 10 years? Do you want to pursue the music? Do you want to pursue blacksmithing?
Oh man, ideally, filthy rich playing music, move to Iceland or something, and not talk to anybody anymore. But more realistically, hopefully have my bio degree, still do music on the side. Hopefully be like a park ranger or something. That's kind of the goal. Like move to the Pacific Northwest.
Wow.
Like that's the more realistic goal I'm working toward.
Well, let's just say that it actually veered into the music. Would you like to, you're talking about moving to Iceland and all this, so you're not one of those guys that wants to be like in a tux on the red carpet.
Oh God, no.
More of the John Denver living in the Rocky Mountains sort of thing.
Yeah, I don't know, it's kind of a means to an end slightly as far as the monetary value is concerned. But yeah, no, I'm not big on social event gathering things. Like, especially in music, like I'm more of a writer than a performer.
Right.
So.
And you're a fantastic performer.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. It's not my thing though. Like I don't know. It's always kind of awkward. It's like I wrote this for a real long time. But yeah.
Well, now let's just say you're walking around the house, and it's your day off. You're not studying biology or blacksmithing. Today, now we know what you have come along listening to. What are you most likely to be listening to on your wax cylinder, Victrola, record 45, 8-track cassette CD, or MP3 delivering device? What's your favorite band right now?
Oh man, I probably listen to TV on the radio more than like most other bands. Like that one, I've been listening to a lot of Gregory Alan Isakov, and yeah, Bon Iver. They're probably my 3 favorites at the moment. Just do it done.
Now, how do you see your writing evolving in the future?
Hopefully better metaphors. Trying to steer away from the hackneyed, but those cliches have a tendency to work their way into music. So yeah, trying to veer away from that as much as possible. Like I'm just trying to come up with something at least somewhat original, something I haven't heard before. Well, like most anybody that plays, trying to develop a unique style. So I'm hoping to just kind of further sharpen that and get that out there.
Now, here's a question I actually don't usually ask, and it honestly just occurred to me. I ask people, what they listen to, what their favorite music is. What do you think is the weakest type of music in the market today?
Ooh. Rock music. To be honest, like I can't stand modern rock music for the most part. That's
Nickelback, baby.
Yeah. No, I can't stand that kind of music. I don't know, especially as technology has evolved and it's a lot easier for people to record stuff. Like it's bloomed out. There's a million good bands out there now. There's just tons. But people still just keep sticking to like the whole Creed, Nickelback like archetype. And it just confuses me. I don't understand. There's so much out there.
Jon Stewart said it best once. Jon Stewart, not the TV show host, he used to play with the Kingston Trio in the 60s. He was gold in 79. He is a singer-songwriter. Some people refer to him as the godfather of modern folk. There was a club that played his stuff because the DJ liked his stuff. And this is a lesson for you folks out there. The DJ played his stuff, so everybody at the club loved Jon Stewart music. And Jon said that this was a perfect example that people don't know what they like what they know. So,
that's very true. I wrote a song about that before, actually.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's get to know some of Matt's music, and we'll be back after this.
This is called A Mess of Things. I've got some time to kill, and I have nowhere to sleep. And I have got some shiny things in a place where other people sleep. Lost without empathy, and actions without a point. Dumb scars are in a box, wrapped in plush among my toys. Said too much, made a mess of things, and I've seen too much. Give this any meaning. So let's bear it all at once. We dance to show our bones, lips down at the honesty. Underneath the meat we've grown, let's become the human being. Deform, manipulate, cauterize words and lies. It appears I have become complete. I've said too much, made a mess of things, and I've seen too much. Give this any meaning, and I've lived too long. Find your clarity just to my grave. Thoughts of your sincerity. Too much, give us any meaning. I've lived too long. Find your clarity, chase to my grave. Thoughts of your sincerity.
Hello, my name is Stephen Gregg, and I'm the pastor of Trinity United Methodist Church. I'd love for you to tune in to a daily broadcast called Pastor's Pulse Point. It's a devotional moment that lasts about 10 minutes. A great way to start your day in God's Word. It's on Channel 7 at 8 and 9 o'clock in the morning. Tune in.
Hello and welcome back to this edition of Minstrels on the Block. Special guest, Mr. Matt Thompson. So Matt, this is the part of the show where we like to pimp stuff.
Okay.
So what do you have that you want everybody out there to know about?
Oh God. I've got a couple shows coming up. On March 22nd, I'm going to be playing at the Foxhole. It's in downtown Columbus.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little show. It's called Etc. And so it's going to be like several local musicians all playing.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, so it's going to be like me, Julian Hernandez, who's been on the show before, my friend Nolan, and my friend Jeremy, who goes by DJ Trip, is going to be doing DJing stuff that night.
Cool.
Yeah.
Which other ones you get going?
Ooh. This one hasn't been confirmed yet, but probably there's I think it's called the Art Barbecue.
Nice.
It's in Atlanta. It's like it's like a big like art and music festival that they've been doing here for a minute.
Nice.
And a friend of mine approached me, asked if I wanted to play, so I'm probably gonna be doing that. I believe that's the first week in May at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they had the exact time booked down yet.
And for further updates on what Matt's doing, where can they find you online?
Well, I have a Facebook, like most modern humans, and I also have my email address, I suppose. I'm not big on social media, and I'm obscenely lazy, so I haven't made like a Reverb Nation account or any of that stuff yet. So, like I said, just getting back into it.
Right.
So need a little bit of time.
Not a problem. Now, there's a couple of questions I'd like to ask.
Okay.
One is, what do you, as both a music listener and a musician, singer, songwriter, what is your take? What is your opinion on the local music scene in the Valley area?
Oh, it's pretty fantastic, to be honest. Like, I don't know, this whole area is really interesting to me because, I mean, it's kind of, the rural South, but there's just, it's the music and the art, 'cause I know several artists, is like very, very diverse and active.
Yeah.
I know a ton of people that play music, and none of them play the same kind of music, and it's very interesting. It's very, I don't know, it's a really creative environment. I mean, personally, I wouldn't expect in this corner of the nation. So it's pretty neat. It's kind of like the Portland of the Southeast almost. Like, I don't know. I think it's pretty cool.
Very nice. How do you, same criteria, how do you feel that the local music scene could be improved? Because everything can be improved.
I don't know, probably more venues to play in, because right now, coffee shop that I work at, it's a place where people can come play and stuff. We have open mics and stuff. But as far as people being able to get out and play, apart from bars, there's really not a whole lot of venues to go to. Mm-hmm. So probably more all ages venues for people to go play. Because like I said, in LaGrange, all we had was churches.
Right.
We just kind of do the church circuit and people found their way to you. But yeah, I don't know. All ages venue would probably be a really good investment.
Get on it, somebody. Now, sitting out there in the audience, the 6 or 7 people that we have by now. It's a joke in the studio. Now, we've got people out there sitting on their couch with a guitar in their lap, and they want to play. Maybe they are playing. Maybe they haven't quite got out there in the public and played yet. Aspiring artists, and this goes for like I said before, this goes for any type of artist. But this is a music show, so what would you say? What advice would you give to aspiring artists watching the show?
Honestly, just go to an open mic. It's by far the most accessible means of getting people to hear what you're doing, and try to take criticism well. That's pretty much it. There are a lot of people, odds are, have been doing it a lot longer than you, and they probably got advice, and it's probably decent. So that would probably be my biggest bit of advice.
Excellent. Well, Matt, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Hope you've enjoyed this episode of Minstrels on the Block. Mr. Matt Thompson, excellent singer-songwriter, as by now you have seen. And we hope to see you next time. I'm Brian Mallard, your host, and we'll see you next time only on CTV EA.
This song is called I'd Rather Be Wrong. Here's to you, consciousness, and here's to you, cruelty. And here's to me, waking up inside of us, our factory. It's tangible, but soon enough will be torn down to memories. Spreading out to yard sales and some paper cards of sympathy. And my condolences for your buckle and support beams. Splintering out, stitch up childhood and symmetry. But let's admit, there's no surprise in it. There's no real tragedy. It's just your fate, like your face will fade away one day too. Turns out it's a joke now after all. I guess that's fine. That'll be fine. As fireworks right above our heads, as is a time lapse of all that we can't comprehend. Your consciousness dissolves. There's no mourning or celebration, despite our wishes, pleas, or proclamations. So who are we in this? 'Cause minds and eyes to fashion sense, and oh my science, God, oh reason, whoever made up this equation. Turns out I was right now after all. I wish I was wrong.
and I'd rather be wrong.